last surviving crew member of a deep space voyage must confront his own fate and the fact there may be stranger things than death in The Explorer, the book I'll be reviewing on this episode of SFF180. Hey everyone, TMW here, along with my personal assistant Wink, as always. This is the rule of the internet. There must be cats. I didn't make it up. So, let's talk a little bit about The Explorer, shall we? A little silly butt. Alright, this was a book that was released early in 2013 to general critical praise. It's about the Ishiguro, the first manned voyage into the outer solar system, following years of economic downturn and stagnation of scientific progress. But 14 pages into the book, everyone is dead, except journalist Cormac Easton. And he's not looking too good either. Now, when death inevitably comes for Cormac, it doesn't. He finds himself back aboard the vessel right at the moment the crew of 6 were scheduled to be released from deep sleep. Now, hiding out in maintenance passages, Cormac watches himself days younger interacting with the rest of the crew. He relives the incidents that led to each and every death. At the time, what caused these were fairly mysterious, but seeing everything again unfolding from a different perspective, he now knows what happened and why. Okay, now, James Smythe is from London. His second novel is immediately gripping. It reveals him to be a born tale spinner who can evoke powerful emotions. The premise here is an instant hook. The narrative immediately draws you in. It's tense. It's absorbing. Smythe knows how his characters work. He knows how people work on the inside. And he knows how people choose which of your inner workings to release and reveal on the outside. There is a propulsive readability to the story. It just barrels along and it keeps you engrossed all the time. And a lot of spacefaring hard SF sagas kind of lack that, because Smythe doesn't come from this egghead hard SF tradition that says that your prose has to be slathered down with shop talk and advanced physics and technical minutiae, that sort of thing. And the book's most compelling passages are kind of philosophical. Cormac is confronted with the vast expanse of the universe for the very first time, and it kind of reveals itself to be nothing but a big empty void and not much else. So the plot is informed by a very powerful sense of injustice, but unfortunately, here's where it kind of all went wrong for me. It just fails to bring everything to a satisfying conclusion. Now, without giving away any spoilers, we do learn what happened to the crew. We learned why it happened, but the explanation just makes little to no sense. In fact, it seems completely insane. As in, how could anything that transpired in the novel ever have been thought to have been a good idea, let alone serve the stated ends, if you take my meaning. Hopefully that was cagey enough to avoid being an actual spoiler, but the long and short of it is that though James Smythe has a great deal of talent, it makes him an author that I am very much inclined to look forward to in the future. The Explorer is not a book that brought me to the end of its journey in a satisfying or rewarding way. Alright? Alright, so everyone, thank you for tuning in. As always, these are reviews. You will not always agree, but if you enjoyed watching, please like, subscribe to the channel, share with your friends. The links are below in the About section, and otherwise, until next time, thank you very much, and happy reading. Right? Yes, I know.